So good morning everybody, welcome to Officers Adda 247. Today is the last day of preparation. I am just trying to create the urgency because we are having our exams tomorrow. Tomorrow, this time you will be having your own notes, your own revision pattern, whatever you want to follow. But today we are very much focused that we must have the final revision before the examination so that we can maximize the marks. Fine, maximization of marks will happen if we go till the end, till the last hour of preparation. We are consistent. So consistency is the key, everybody knows, but how we must be consistent? Via MCQs. We must keep solving MCQs. We must keep learning till the end. Our target is what? More than 60 marks. We will surely engage ourselves and we will become triumphant after the exam tomorrow. Okay, so audio video is fine or not? Quickly tell me. Good morning everybody. Good morning. I have checked from my end, everything is fine, audio video is okay. Fine, let's begin the session. Final revision. Before I begin the session, I would highly recommend you to share the session with everybody who is your colleague, who is a banker, who requires this type of session where the targeted approach is followed and the quick revision will be happening via MCQs, and in the end of the session we will be delivering you with certain data points. When I talk about module A and B, I will be taking up, Aman ma'am will come and she will be taking up the module C and D. So once I will cover up the MCQs of module A and B, I have jotted down the most important data point, the most important tables, most important formulas. We will be discussing that also. So stay tuned till the end. You will surely benefit from this session. Start the question number 1. Which of the following statements best reflects the evolution of economic thought from a focus on wealth to a broader consideration of welfare and the fundamental problem of scarcity? So such type of question you might see in the beginning itself, in the actual examination also. IIBF is known for its surprises, and this type of question can be asked in the, you can say, in the first order itself. What will be the right answer here? Quickly tell me. Basically, if you know the definition of economics, the 3 basic definitions, this question will be a cakewalk. Otherwise, you will get confused. Quickly tell me. Economics has consistently defined itself as the study of wealth accumulation with little regard for social welfare, limited resources. Early economic definition centered on wealth creation, but later perspectives expanded to include the distribution of resources, then human welfare, human being, their welfare also. The concept of scarcity has always been the primary focus of economics, overshadowing the concerns about wealth and welfare. Economics initially prioritized social welfare, subsequently theory shifted towards maximizing wealth and at the expense of resource management. What is the right answer? quickly. So correct answer is option B. Indeed, option B is the right answer. When we talk about welfare economics, what is welfare economics? You are talking about wealth along with the social welfare, along with the welfare of the human beings, along with the welfare of the human resources. And when I talk about the most accepted definition of economics, it is given by Lionel Robbins, which is known as scarcity definition. The resources are scarce, that is why you are managing. If the resources are unlimited, why you need to manage? Fine. So I hope that this is clear, and the proponents of various definitions we will be covering in the next question. That is why I am not telling you the economist's name. What about the wealth definition? Wealth definition talks about the wealth creation only. If you have to see that how your economy, how your country is faring, then what you need to do? Only add up the wealth, that will give you the sense of prosperity of your country. These are the 3 definitions. Okay, what is the major difference when we talk about macro and micro economics? Yes, Aishwarya Valli, this particular session is revision session. So all those topics, all those you can say questions which were discussed in the last class, they are different today. Okay, the questions are not repeated at all from the last class. Which of the following statements accurately distinguishes between macro and microeconomics? So normally in the classes we see that microeconomics is what? It talks about the individual agents, be it the business firms, be it your individual human beings, their spending pattern. Macroeconomics is talking about the broader prospects in the economy. Fine. What is the right answer here? So macroeconomic studies individual consumer behavior, firm decision, microeconomics exam in the economy as a whole, including inflation and unemployment? What is the right answer? Most of you are saying C, that macroeconomics deals with broad economic phenomena, economic growth, monetary policy. Microeconomics studies the behavior of individual household firms in the specific markets. Good job everybody. And since this is a revision session, so I will be explaining you also certain concepts which are important. When we talk about the concept of micro and macroeconomics, what is the most important theme? The most important theme is the aggregator, fine, the economic indicators. When we talk about microeconomics, we talk about the individual spending, we talk about the demand and supply of the market created by the market forces, by the consumers and the suppliers. But when I talk about the macroeconomics, I am talking about the economic indicators of GDP, NNP, per capita income, purchasing power parity. All these things we will be covering under the macroeconomic, broader economic indicators which define the growth story of a country. Okay, so correct answer is option C. Good. How does India's nominal GDP rank in the world? Such type of simple questions will also be asked, don't worry. Okay, we will check that, but most probably it has been updated as far as I know. In the live chat section, you will be seeing one comment pinned. Fine, one comment has been pinned. That is the link for your virtual library only. Just click there and you can download the sessions PDF. Okay, so what is the rank? Quickly, it is what? Option A. When we talk about India's nominal GDP rank, it is not option A. What is the right answer? Quickly tell me. It is 5th. Fine. Here it is written option A, which is a wrong answer. Okay. Correct answer is what? Option C, that is 5th. So India is ranking 5th when we talk about the nominal GDP across the globe. And what about the PPP? What about the ranking in PPP, purchasing power parity? After US and China, we come 3rd. Okay, in case of PPP. Do remember, the very important, I would say, the basic numbers, the basic ranks, these are very important. Right answer is what? Option C. This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. Do not get confused with such mistakes. Okay, these mistakes can happen, but you have to be firm that what concept you have studied, what study material you have followed. Based on that only you must answer. Okay, so 5th in case of your nominal GDP. When we talk about PPP, it is what? 3rd. Here nominal GDP 5th rank, and when we talk about the PPP rank, it is 3rd in the world. Okay, now tell me the name of the proponents of the various definitions of economics. We have discussed briefly that these are the definition of economics. Now just tell me that who all are the proponents, who gave which definition. That's it. So economics as the study of wealth, wealth including man, means to achieve, scarce, wants, are the 3 major definitions of economics. Who were the proponent of these definitions respectively? Good morning, Rakesh Bharti, good morning. So when we talk about wealth definition, it was given by Adam Smith. Then we have the definition of welfare economics. It was given by Alfred Marshall. And lastly, when we talk about the scarcity definition, Lionel Robbins. And you will see that ultimately the economic policy, the book written by Mr. Robbins, it will be followed by the countries also, that yes, we will manage our resources using the text provided by Lionel Robbins. Scarcity definition. Option C is the right answer. Fine. According to the World Bank's classification, which per capita income range defines lower middle income economy? Lower middle income economy. You have to tell me the range. See, the important concepts will remain the same. Fine. Whether you talk about any session, important concepts will remain the same, but the question, the type of question, the language of the question, it must differ. Only then the session will be fruitful. So lower middle income country is what? 1146 till 4515. We know it. Why? Because India also falls in that particular category only. Good. The replies are flooding the live chat section. That is great to know. B is the right answer here. And when we talk about the categories, what we have to revise, because this is a revision session also, na? So you have to revise what? That the range starts from $1145. So all of you who have studied from the book, do update your notes because this is the limit, not the previous one. The 2019 one is redundant now. It is the 1145 limit which starts the low income countries definition. So 1145, then we have 1146 till 4515. Then upper middle country is $4,516. Then $14,005 you have till that your upper middle income country. More than $14,005 will be your high income country. Fine. Do remember upper middle, high income. These are the categorization. Even if you do not remember the numbers, only remember one number, that is the lower middle income, because here is in our country is falling here only. And when I talk about the categorization, that you must remember: low income, lower middle, upper middle and high income. This is the categorization. And when we talk about the approximate number right now for India, it is USD 2393 when I talk about what? When I talk about the per capita income of our country. And who publishes this data or this categorization? World Bank. Okay, World Bank, 4 categories: India, lower middle income, that's it. Fine. Quantity demanded tends to fall as the price rises for 2 reasons. Which among the following are the 2 reasons? Simple. So, quantity demanded tends to fall. We are talking about which phenomena? Do let me know that also. Reasons so you will tell through the questions, but which phenomena we are talking about here? What is the phenomena? Quickly. See, these questions somewhere or the other way you might have completed at least the topics, fine, if not the question. So, I want speed from everyone. You must be very quick while replying. See the question and just reply. So, 6th is a substitution and income effect. When we talk about the phenomena, which phenomena we are talking about in this particular question? We are talking about the phenomena of law of demand or supply. We are talking about the law of demand. Why? Because as per law of demand, as the prices will rise, demand will fall. Fine, demand will fall. And when I talk about the effects, there are 2 effects: substitution effect and income effect, that will define the law of demand. And what is substitution effect? If you have the commodity with you which is having a higher price and you have the substitute for that particular commodity, then only you will shift your demand, then only your demand will decrease. Otherwise, if you do not have the substitute, how you will shift? You have to consume that. But since substitution is there available for the commodities, that is why your demand is going down. Income effect, you are shifting your funds, your disposable income to some other, you can say, component of the spending component you have changed altogether. That is why you are seeing the law of demand to be true in this particular situation. What is the exception to law of demand? When we talk about exception to law of demand, it is your Giffen good and Veblen goods. For this, option A is the right answer. Which agricultural revolution is associated with the production of eggs? Production of eggs. Agricultural revolution. Fine. Simply, agricultural revolution, the primary sector revolution, whatever you want to call. In the question, if it is written primary sector revolution, do not get confused. It is same thing. When we are talking about the agricultural revolution only. What is the right answer here? Production of eggs. Question number 7. Do let me know with the number, 7, this, 8, this. It is what? We are talking about the pink revolution, silver fiber or red. What is the right answer? For eggs, all of us know that it is the silver revolution. What about grey revolution? Silver is this, eggs. Grey revolution what? A grey looking egg, an egg with grey color. What is grey revolution for? Grey revolution is for what? Which commodity, or you can say which sector? Here, grey revolution is for your fertilizers. When I talk about the silver revolution, it is for eggs. Silver fiber is for cotton. Now, these things are important to remember. Do not get confused between the silver revolution and your grey revolution. Grey is for fertilizers, silver is for eggs. And when I talk about silver fiber, it is cotton. In the last session, yesterday's session, we have discussed what? Which fiber? Golden fiber, right? In the last session, we have discussed the golden fiber, which was what? Jute. So, do remember all the important ones, and as per the trend, I am telling you, this is the most important one right now. Brown revolution. Why? Because it is for the non-conventional energy. Fine, renewable energy, non-conventional energy. That is why it holds an importance of its own. Fine. So Brown Revolution, can we remember that it is for the non-conventional energy? Do remember that. Fine. Now there's a question on the RBI's fine, money multiplier only. Money multiplier, one numerical is again being asked. We have discussed such numerical in the last class also, so that you can revise again. The last minute revision is happening in this session, so you must know the formula. I want to know that whether all of you have understood the formula or not. Do let me know the answer of question number 8. Yes, everyone is right when they say fertilizer. For the grey revolution and for golden fiber, it was jute. Well done. Swarna Lata, Jaya Krishna Palla, Swati. Good. Pushpanjali is saying fertilizer. Good. Okay, so what is the right answer here? Correct answer is your option C. How you will come to this particular answer? See, there are two formulas. Again, I am repeating for you. Money multiplier, it has two formulas. Fine. One is 1 divided by the reserve ratio. Another one is what? Another formula is your M3 divided by M0. These are the two formulas. Here what is given? Your new deposit is given as 10,000. RBI has set the reserve CRR as 5%. So I will be doing what? 1 divided by 5 by 100. So it will be what? This particular number will come out to be 20, and finally I will be multiplying this number with the initial deposit. This is what? M0 is what? The initial deposit only 10,000. So money multiplier is 20, M0 is 10,000. Simply multiply and you will get what? M3. Right? So correct answer is option C. And most of you have given me the explanation also. Rakesh, Bharti, Aishwarya Valli, excellent job. Night Rider as well. Okay, I hope that now the formula is clear. Now if in tomorrow's exam we see this particular type of question or any formula based question which is talking about your money multiplier, you will be able to handle that. Fine. Which of the following is an example of a sunrise sector in the Indian economy? When we talk about the Indian economy specifically, which is the example for your sunrise sector? Last class we have seen the sunrise sector, that what is a sunrise sector. Now let's see that what is the example. What are the examples which we need to remember for the examination? Fintech, automobile, processing plants, all of the above. Which is the right answer? Nagasweta is saying definitely yes. So when we talk about sunrise sector, it is right now in infancy. Fine. The growth potential is huge. Innovation is high. The investors are also interested. Public awareness is also high. Examples are the prime example being your fintech. Fine. Fintech, then automobile, processing plants, IT, all these are the examples of your sunrise sector along with the renewable energy also. So D is the right answer here. You can see green energy, fintech, IT, electronics, pharmaceutical, automobile, healthcare, infra. Then you have retail sector and processing plants as well. Okay, fine. Which among the following is one of the categories of India's economic failure into 3 categories as underlined by economist Jagdish Bhagwati? Okay, so economist Jagdish Bhagwati, we remember that in the economic crisis, when India was reeling under the economic crisis, one particular economist was very vocal about that, and he gave the reasons also. The Indo-American economist Jagdish Bhagwati. What were the reasons, and whether we are able to solve those particular problems or not via the economic reforms, the chapter. So the right answer will be what? Option D is the right answer. International trade increased, strong bureaucratic controls over the production, investment and trade, inward looking trade, that is you were not participating in the globalization at all. See, when I talk about the bureaucratic controls will do what? They will be paving the way for privatization. Why? Because the bureaucracy is not letting us to have the full potential, to seek the full potential of our economy. Along with that, when we talk about public sectors, they will also infuse this particular scenario that yes, we must have the privatization. Next, when we see the inward looking trade talks about that you are a closed economy, you must become an open economy via globalization. And also when I talk about the bureaucratic control, the main issue along with the public enterprises was what? That you are not liberal. Your policies, your government policies are not liberal at all. So when I talk about the strong bureaucratic controls, and to rectify these controls, bureaucratic controls, liberalization will happen. When I talk about the inward looking trade, globalization will happen. And when I talk about the inefficient public sector enterprises, privatization will be happening. So LPG reforms will come. Okay. So correct answer will be what? Increased international trade. Here it is written, which among the following is one of the categories of India's economic failure? It should be decreased, na? It should be decreased into 3 categories. I think this is a wrong statement. Increased international trade should not be there. We are talking about LPG reforms only, right? It is not the reason at all. Something else has been written here. Correct answer will be what? 2, 3 and 4, because Jagdish Bhagwati, we all know, all of us know that he talks about the LPG reforms. Ultimately, he will be pioneering the idea into Indian economy that we must have the LPG reforms. So the right answer will be what? Option B. B is the right answer here. Okay, because increased international trade was not there at all. Fine. If the price index during May 2024 is 193.40 and it was 186.20 during May 2023, inflation rate is what? What is the inflation rate here? Okay, I hope that previous question is clear. We must focus on the concept now. What is the concept? Why economic reforms happened? Because of the 3 reasons. Bureaucracy was very strict, bureaucratic controls were there, so liberalization happened. Public enterprises were not functioning in the manner which they should have, privatization will happen. We were inward looking economy, so that is why your globalization will happen, and we will see the economic reforms of LPG. Okay, fine. So what is the right answer here? Simply you have to calculate what? The price index May 2024 stands at 193.40. You have to subtract what? 186.20 the previous years and divide it by the previous year again. N number of times we have discussed this formula, and I hope that in revision now you won't forget it. Okay, that will be the inflation rate. Correct answer is what? Option B is the right answer, 3.86. Okay. Which of the following statement is true about the CPI, the consumer price index? When we talk about the CPI, what is the correct statement? It is released annually by the NSO. Core inflation includes the effects of volatile food and energy prices. The current CPI uses a base year of 2011-12 with the base value 100. CPI is measured at wholesale level. What is the right answer when we talk about the CPI? Yes, Mitesh Goel, 3.86 is the right answer for question number 11. Rakesh Bharti has given the calculation also. Good, well done. Pushpanjali Sahu also. Yes. See these calculations, you must make the calculations. That is why it is important to know the formula first. Okay, then only you will be able to put the values. So what is the right answer here for this question? Question number 12, correct answer is option C. Which of the following statement accurately distinguishes between the classical and Keynes theory of interest? Classical and Keynes theory. Subhash Tiwari, B कैसे होगा? How B will be the right answer? No. C is the right answer for the CPI question. So classical versus Keynes theory. When we talk about the classical theory, it emphasized on what? See, keep on revising also. Keep on revising in your mind also, that when we are looking into a question which has a particular topic, like here it is written classical and Keynes. So it is pertaining to what? It is pertaining to unit number 15, and unit number 15 talks about what? Your theories of interest, right? So classical economists will say that the rate of interest will be determined via the savings that you are not you are not spending anything, you are saving everything, you are parting ways from your savings. So you must be rewarded for the savings in the form of rate of interest. Rate of interest should be your reward. Keynes will say that it is a monetary phenomena, and your liquidity, fine, liquidity, you are parting ways from liquidity, not the savings. That is why you must be rewarded with the rate of interest. That is the basic difference. Next difference is what? When I talk about the classical economists will say that you have one supply of saving, one demand for savings, right? Okay. But when we talk about J.M. Keynes, he will be saying that it is all about the liquidity. Liquidity is the main concern here, along with the level of income, because rate of interest is determined by the monetary phenomena. Interest is not considered. Okay, okay. Kundan is saying 12th ka A hoga. How? CPI is released monthly. Okay, CPI is released monthly, not annually. Wrong. B is saying core inflation includes the effect of volatile food and energy price. It is the inverse relationship. Core inflation excludes the effect of volatile food and energy prices. When we talk about C, it is correct. D is wrong. Why? CPI is measured at retail level. I hope now it is clear. Okay, what about this question? 13th one. This is a very, you can say, easy question if you understand the crux of the difference between your Keynes and classical theory of interest. So 13th, the right answer will be option B. The classical theory poses that the interest rate is determined by saving and investment. Keynes will say it is determined by the supply of money and your liquidity preference. Supply of money, the monetary phenomena, level of income. Fine. 14th, according to Keynes' liquidity preference theory, which of the following correctly matches the motives for your holding cash with respect to the descriptions? Rajesh Kumar, when you see this chat section, in which you are typing your queries or your answers, in that only see the pinned comment on the top. On the top you will see there is a link, na? Just click on there, JAIIB CAB English Medium, JAIIB Virtual Library. Just click here. You will be redirected to Virtual Library. Okay. Fine. So transaction motive. Then you have what? Next motive is speculative motive. Third one is precautionary motive. According to J.M. Keynes, what was the basic purpose of these motives? Why we were holding cash? That was the you can say area of discussion. So J.M. Keynes will say that we are holding cash because of primarily three motives. Three motives are there with us. First, transaction motive, day-to-day transactions we want to do. Second, speculative motive, that is right now I won't be spending my cash, I will be reserving it with me, but once the market is at boom and I will be having more returns, I am speculating that, then I will be investing it. Then third one is what? Your precautionary motive, that we are keeping the cash for unforeseen circumstances. What is the right answer here? 14th is C. Transaction motive, holding cash for day-to-day transactions. Speculative motive, holding cash for potential future gains. Precautionary, for unforeseen expenses. Simple. In the ISLM framework, if Indian government decreases the spending on infra projects, which of the following is most likely to occur? All of you who have attended the last lecture, that is the class at 6 AM of you can say yesterday, you will be able to complete the cycle via this particular question, because in the last class we have seen Indian government increases the spending. Now we are seeing the question, if it decreases, what will happen? If it decreases, mark the keyword. You guys are giving me the answer for increases only. Read the question carefully. Read the question carefully. See, the topics will remain the same, but the language of question will be different. The concept which is asked will be different.